Welcome back to your practice and welcome to this refreshing Yin Yoga sequence, especially for the legs and a little bit for the hips as well. You need a folded blanket and some wall space for this class. Let's begin close to the wall. So please take your folded blanket and place it close to the wall. And then place your hips on top and lay down with the back of your head comfortably on the floor and your hips comfortably resting on the blanket. From here, hug your knees into your chest. You could grab around your shins, grabbing your forearms or your elbows. You can bring your hands on top of your kneecaps or between your calves and thighs. Or maybe it's comfortable to let your arms rest on the floor here, just keeping the knees close to your chest. So choose your option here. Take a couple of deep, slow breaths. And with each breath, allow yourself to arrive more and more for your practice. Then take one more cycle of breath here, one more inhale, one more exhale. And then from there, keep the right knee where it is, stretch the left leg out and place the heel or the foot onto the wall. With both hands now grab around your right kneecap and let your right knee sink down to your right shoulder, with your shoulders still soft and relaxed. You can stay here, or if you like, come into half happy baby pose. So release the right knee, bring the foot up towards the ceiling and flex it. Move your calf away from your thigh until you have more or less 90 degrees between calf and thigh. And then with your right hand, you can grab around the outer edge of the right foot, or the inner edge, or maybe around the heel, so that you can draw the right knee gently down towards your right shoulder or armpit, or maybe even the floor. So play a little bit around with those different options and find the one that changes the sensation in your right hip, but that is still soft enough that you can stay and that you can hold it with a very smooth and slow breath. There's no need to go deep into the pose. Start maybe at 50 or 60% of your stretching capacity and go from there. See where your body wants to go today and how it feels like to soften instead of being active or demanding. Stay aware of your whole body and notice if you start create tension somewhere that is unnecessary. So can you maybe relax your face, your throat, your neck and your shoulders? Can you relax your left leg and the foot, the one on the floor, a little bit more? Can you even relax your right hip a little bit more so the right knee automatically sinks deeper towards armpit, chest or floor? Take one more deep breath in here. With your exhale, slowly release your right foot or the right knee, and then stretch the right leg up towards the ceiling and place your foot against the wall as well. Compare both legs and hips here for a moment. So how is everything feeling? Can you feel a difference? Keep the right leg and the right foot where they are. Bend your left knee and draw it down to your left shoulder, chest, or armpit. You can grab around the kneecap or between calf and thigh. Decide again if you prefer to stay here or if you would like to lift the left foot into half happy baby pose. So move calf away from thigh, and then with your left hand grab the inside or the outside of your left foot or maybe around the heel. And then with the weight of your arm, let the knees sink a little bit deeper. Again, find enough sensation that you can feel a change in your body, but keep it very gentle and soft so that you have space to move deeper into the pose with time. Keep everything that you don't need for that specific shape as relaxed as possible. Let your breath flow smoothly, slowly and gently through the body. And then just be there and let your body open at its own pace. Finish one more cycle of breath here. And then slowly release the left leg so you can stretch it up towards the ceiling. Let the foot rest on the wall and pause there again to feel, to connect, to observe. Slide both feet down, keep the knees bent or bend your knees, and then open your knees as wide as your shoulders are and draw them down to your shoulders. Now with your hand, grab your ankles, the tops of your ankles or around your shins, right hand, right foot, left hand, left foot. And with the help of your arms, let the knees open to the sides. Keep the feet open. You don't have to bring the soles of your feet together. Just relax your feet there. And without doing too much here, just let the hips and the knees open to the sides. If this is too uncomfortable, you can bring the feet further away from you, maybe grab around your knees so that you can draw the knees down to your shoulders here. Find something that works very well for your body and for now. And let's stay here for about 5 or 6 breaths. Release knees or feet and place the soles of your feet onto your wall. Open your feet wider than your hips are and turn the toes slightly out. Then take your hands as support for your thighs. Place them underneath your thighs, your elbows on the floor, so little kickstands with your arms here. And let the weight of your legs rest in your hands. You can stay there or you can play a little bit around with the distance between your feet. Maybe you would like to open your knees even wider. So come into that kind of supported wall squat here, a variation of Malasana. And see where you can find a supported pose that you can hold in stillness again for a couple of breaths. Take your time to stretch both legs up towards the ceiling and the wall again. And then you probably have to wiggle your hips and lower back a little bit closer to the wall here. Maybe you can even feel your sit bones touching the wall now. Feel free to stay here with your heels on the wall and your feet about hip distance apart. Or maybe you prefer now to open your feet a little bit wider. Maybe you even have the ability to let the feet fall open, the legs fall open. Make sure it's a gentle stretch. So spreading the legs into a split is not for everyone. Staying higher with your feet is totally fine. So find your option here. Let the feet rest against the wall. Maybe your knees are slightly bent. And if you decide to take the splits or to open the legs a little bit wider, hold for about 5 or 6 breaths there. If your legs are wider than hip distance apart, grab underneath your thighs and slowly bring the legs up and closer together. And then let's meet up there in legs up the wall pose. for another 5 or 6 breaths here. If you would like to stay longer in legs up the wall pose, feel free to stay and tune my voice out. If you are ready to come out of the pose, slowly start bending your knees until you can hug them into your chest again. Maybe the soles of your feet are on the floor and you can hold here for a moment. From there, very slowly roll onto one side and pause there for a breath or two. And then with the help of your hands, slowly come up. Find a comfortable seated position, maybe kneel or sit with your legs crossed, maybe lean against the wall with your eyes closed. Take a couple of deep breaths here and notice how you are feeling compared to the beginning of your practice. If your eyes are closed, slowly blink them open. And I hope that was a helpful practice for you. Your legs feel refreshed and light. And I'm looking forward to practicing soon with you again.